Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's having a great and wonderful day out there. This is just a little informative business update about how we're doing over here. And, we'll go ahead and rip the band aid off. We had to let Mr. Curtis go. And we're going to be going back down to a one truck operation. I'm going to be going back in the truck all the time. I'll be the only income coming in. We're trying to sell Krusty and we're trying to sell the flatbed. And, maybe we can. But if we can't, the new insurance company that we're going to be using is going to let us put Krusty on as a spare, so it won't be quite as large a financial hit, but it will be a financial hit either way. But yeah, that's what's happening over here. We got taken a little bit, and I made a couple of decisions that I thought were going to be cool and good, and they were not cool and good. And I lost 4 months revenue and had major bills come up on some repairs, and it's just, hey, sometimes things happen. And where I thought I was going to be able to get both trucks running and in time for us to make some money, I could not. So we had to let go Mr. Curtis, and Mr. Curtis is going to go out there and find him some better employment. And the sky's the limit for him. I mean, he was with me almost 2 years. He's going to do great. He's going to do fine. Got all the faith in the world in him. He's going to have a good time of it. And we're just going to be hustling for the next year or so to try to pay off some bills and get the business back into black. But over the course of the last few years, I've done some experimenting and some trying different things and learned some valuable lessons that I'll be taking forward with me in my business ventures if I even continue in business. There are companies out there that will pay you quite well right now. I mean, if I'm going to have to live in the truck, I could live in comfort. Let somebody else dispatch me or something like that. Who knows what the future holds? It don't hold what I had originally planned. When you start businesses, you have big plans, you have big motives, you have big dreams. And over time, you go through a lot, you learn a lot, and you have to ask yourself, are those really the things that I want? And more importantly, are those really the things that the good Lord wants? And maybe I did not sit back enough and ask what the Lord wanted. Maybe I was just too busy worried about what I wanted. And when you do that, things tend to fail. If you don't seek the Lord first, you're going to have problems. And I believe a lot of what it was like I had something over my eyes to where I really couldn't see what was going on and how things were going. But now they're opened and they're clearer and my mind is clearer. I mean, it was honestly like my mind was not clear. Like I was not myself over the last 6 months to a year. Y'all probably noticed there for a long time I wasn't putting up videos. I wasn't trying to do anything. I wasn't feeling. I don't know. It's when you live life, you go through different things, and it was, I guess, like a period of mental distress, mental turmoil or something. I don't know for real. I just know that things did not go the way they should have, and that I hope I can turn things around and maybe see brighter days. But I don't want to stay in the truck. I don't want to live in the truck. I have other things that I would rather be doing. I've been driving a long time, and it does affect you over a period of time in a lot of ways. I like being at home. I like being with the wife and the youngin' and trying to have a good life. And that's why I'm going to probably sell the flatbed and keep the dry van, because with your dry van I can get through the house more often. From what I'm seeing with the flatbed right now, that is not so much the option. And honestly, y'all, I don't really enjoy it. The rates are a little bit better, possibly, if you get yourself positioned in the right lanes. But the right lanes do not bring me where I need to be for me and mine. And that increases your deadhead and lost money, and it brings your rate back down to about where you'd be with the dry van. And with dry van, you can run through the weekends. You can deliver through the weekends and load through the weekends, but you cannot do that with the flatbed. There's so many of these places that are not going to work over the weekend. They're not going to load you and unload you on the weekends for flatbeds, and it takes away 2 days of revenue. Unless you're loaded on Friday to deliver on Monday, you're losing a lot of revenue. And that's not the way to build or do anything. You gotta have those days available, if you ask me. I mean, yeah, if you were getting $6,000 a load and hauling steel coils, and I'm not ready to do steel coils yet. That's a lot of risk, and one load can cost you. I learned a lot about cargo claim with the whole XPO Cargill salt load that we lost. Yeah, that one load taught me a pile of lessons. And it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I got so far down in fundage to where it would have been hard to keep Mr. Curtis going and paid and everything. And that's the nature of business, that things happen. And when you lose $2,700 on freight, and then insurance does not cover like they're supposed to a $5,000 load, it adds up, and it adds levels of stress. When you're out here, you got to save up money. And I had done that, and it kept us going for a while. But then you also have to have some working credit cards. I had those too. We used them. And I had all the tools. We used the tools. I ended up being off for a long time. Thought we were going to be able to get the truck running and both vehicles going, which we could have probably made our profits back up a lot quicker. But that was not the case. The truck that I chose was rougher than I thought. The mechanic that I chose was a little more pricier than I had imagined. And things happen. they do happen. And so we are going back down to one truck operation, and I don't know if I'm going to add any more on ever. I don't know if I want to put any lease operator. I'm pretty sure I don't, because I'm not at home to run the back office. Drivers, if I ever hire another driver, which I highly doubt, it'll be by the mile. It's just going to be a by the mile gig. Just like a mega carrier. It's not going to be a fun gig, because it's important that you manage those expenses And I just don't see me doing that anymore. But anyway, that's today's update. I've been holding off on it a little bit because it's not the best topic in the world. But yeah, we're going back down to one truck. And we appreciate y'all watching. God bless. And we will catch y'all on the next ride. Hey, but on the bright side, maybe I can make more and better videos. Thank y'all for watching.